Moving can be scary, and in life, we feel like we need to keep moving or be swept up with the tides. But the constant motion can sometimes feel like a kinetic force of anxiety, a sudden yet constant rush of the unknown becoming known, and along the way, you just close your eyes and pray for a breather. But sometimes that breath can become a moment where it's comfortable, complacent even. So you have to ask yourself, is it comfort you're looking for? Or are you longing for something more? For me, the decision was easy. I needed something new, a break from monotony. Your reasoning could be different. You love being around people, you hate being bored, or maybe you just love rats. No matter the case, there's pros and cons to everything. Let's make a list.
You know, my pep always said, if you want to do something right, you make a list.
Pro, there's always something going on. Although they are spread out, New York is a vast hybrid of all walks of life. Multiple parks for sports and exercise, plenty of places to shop, lots of pretty backdrops for photo shoots, different towns of cultures so you can always feel like you're at home, multiple places to eat on multiple levels of budgets. Cons, someone's always up to something. If you like peace and quiet, so sorry to break the news of something you probably already knew, but this ain't Smallville. No matter where you live, there's always something going on in the streets. The NYPD dwarfs some countries' armies, so you'll probably have to deal with some of their BS. And if you're lucky and didn't land an apartment for cheap by the train, you'll still have to take the gamble your neighbors may not always be the most curious.
We're throwing a Robert De Niro party. Should be pretty fucking loud.
And if not your neighbors, you always have to think about your roommates if you get them.
I just want you to know I hate you.
Pro. Transportation takes a while to get everywhere, especially if you're biking. Trust me, I know. But there's so many places to go check out, especially in my area. There were and are still plenty of hole-in-the-wall places that have yet to be seen by some. How to get there, though, is a question. Cons. Transportation is a bitch. The train system takes a while to getting used to, even if you've done it before or as often. I know some of you are pros and child prodigies who can figure out, but I'm probably sure I'll get there. I just need more time, and the more time I spend having to take it though, the more comfortable I get without even having to look at my phone. I'll for sure cover the transportation system as a whole once I'm 100% comfortable in how it all works. Pros rapid fire. More people to choose on dating apps, actual places to go on dates once you get there, new people, different day. Did you accidentally fart in front of the cute barista in the quiet ass cafe? No problem, there's plenty of other cafes to choose from and hopefully one you won't rip a fat one in. The cops most likely won't harass you. They only take real crimes seriously, like attempted robbery if you're white or loitering if you're black. There's no need for a car, so no gas to buy, maintenance to upkeep, repairs to pay for, no insurance, or even a car to buy if you haven't bought one yet. Multiple ways to get around like train, bus, bike, don't recommend, but taxi. Cons rapid fire. People don't know how to walk, and yes, that includes most of the locals. People can be rude for absolutely no reason. Why am I walking on the crosswalk? I don't know, maybe it's because it says walk. There's almost no bathrooms, especially during the pandemic. $8 Cheez-Its. It's not the most sanitary place. It's not skateboard friendly. But whatever the case, I hope this helps you get a bigger perspective of what you're really getting yourself into. And if you decide to become a New Yorker, it has its ups and definitely has its downs, but most importantly, it's always going to be there. So take your time on making this decision and make sure your pros outweigh your cons. Any other questions or concerns you'd like to ask me or anyone else's perspective, write down in the comment section or ask me on one of my socials. As always, thank you for watching. Peace.